This is wild. A senior lecturer in the Prince Abubakar Audu University in Kogi State has tragically lost his life while having sex with a 22-year-old female student of the same school by the name of Gloria Samuel. According to the story, on the 15th of July 2025, the lecturer and the 22-year-old Gloria Samuel lodged in a hotel in Ayingba in Kogi State where they booked for the night. Clearly, the arrangement was that they were coming there for that purpose. However, the agreement is something we don't know, whether this was sex for grades or whether they were in some sort of relationship. Now, put in mind that this man appears to be in his 50s and the young lady, they say, is 22. So it's unclear what the relationship would be other than sex for grades. But people in the school are claiming, words are going around that this man is known for having relationship with female students. So this could have been one of those. And it could have also been that she was trying to up her grades. And we will get into the possibility of that in a while. But when they got into the hotel, before they wanted to start the intimacy, he had consumed unreasonable amount of energy drink and may have also taken a particular drug for enhancing his performance. And while they were in the process, he slumped and died on top of her. She screamed and raised alarm, called the attention of the hotel management, who assessed the situation and pretty much called the police. When the police got there, they assessed the situation again. The young lady was taken into custody for questioning, basically, and the young man's body was taken to a mortuary where they hoped and planned to run an autopsy to determine the actual cause of his death. People are suspecting, or the speculation is, he may have reacted badly to the energy drink and whatever medication he may have taken to help enhance his performance with this young lady, because it's common. We've seen this on multiple occasions. It's not a new thing. There are people who believe that she may have killed him, but depending on how you see it, I don't think she would do it and then raise alarm. This is a case of something it might have been a natural cause. We don't know if he has an underlying illness that may have interacted with the drugs and the drinks, because those energy drinks are very heavy. They are drugs itself, and you got to be careful how much you consume. One is even enough to give someone a heart attack. So I don't think he was able to figure out his ratio. And given that he's said to be known to do this with female students, then he may have probably consumed so much more way before coming with this girl. Let's assume he had slept with a female student the week before, or the week after, or 4 weeks in a row. I'm sure his preparation would be the same. Take the enhancing drugs or take the energy drinks, and those things could easily pile up to this moment. There's only so much your heart can take, especially when you're a 50-something-year-old man. It's you got to be careful. After his passing and after she was taken to custody, the police are supposed to run an autopsy and basically see what caused his death. But unfortunately, we are learning that he was buried the next day, given that he is Muslim. It has not been confirmed. Some sources are reporting that he was buried the next day, which means an autopsy may not have been run unless they probably did it as fast as they could. If the family of the man feels that it was due to natural causes, there will be no need to keep the girl in police custody. Why is she there? Only the autopsy was supposed to save her. The autopsy is supposed to clear her hands. The autopsy is supposed to prove that there was no extra poison or foul play or anything that may implicate that somebody else played a role in his death. But if he's buried that quickly, then there is no proof to either keep the girl there or even prove that she's innocent either, which means she would have to be let go regardless. So, and I think that's going to be a possibility. I think that was what is going to happen eventually. Even by the time of making this video, I'm sure she's no longer in police custody. She's probably at home regretting her life choices, which she should, because we're about to get into that part of this conversation. Now, part of the reason why I wanted to do this story is because I saw it circulating, but I saw the picture of a different girl, and people kept saying, that's not the girl, that's not the girl. However, when the original picture of Gloria Samuel or Glory Samuel began to circulate, I started seeing people talk about, why are you showing her picture? Why are you trying to embarrass the girl? Take the picture down. Why? She did not kill the man, cover her face. You're supposed to protect her identity. She didn't do any goddamn thing. The man is a pig. The man is all the man's for. First thing first, I thought is, there's a photograph of an innocent girl who had nothing to do with this incident circulating. Like, the girl's picture is everywhere and people think she is the whore that killed the man. There's that picture circulating. So she is already dealing with that. And the fact that that picture is the wrong one is enough reason for the original image of the actual girl to circulate. Because how else are we going to clear her name off? She did not do this. She did not sleep with the lecturer. It's not our cat that killed the lecturer. So why is she taking the heat on the internet? Let the person whose cat actually killed the lecturer come out. And that is the only way you can, absolve this young lady from the whole accusation going around. Of course, we've used images wrongly many times. And the truth is, when you get the right image, it's best to do the right thing. And I think for that sake alone, we should stop trying to protect this young lady, because another girl is taking the fall for what her cat did. Now, the second reason why I think her picture should be posted in billboards and posters everywhere is because she's an adult. If you're a 20-something-year-old girl, whether you're an 100 level, 200 level, SS1, you're 20-something, you're above 18, you are an adult, and welcome to adulthood. One thing I've noticed with this generation is they want to absolve themselves of certain mistakes and choices they make as young adults. And when it comes to making mistakes, I'm so young, I was naive. Okay, they are young girls and boys making good and smart choices, not choosing to sleep with a lecturer. Let's start with that. How many 18-year-olds are all going around choosing to sleep with a lecturer? So when you are an adult and you make a choice like this, you will be held accountable with your name and your picture circulating. Because let's face it, whether or not this man is a senior lecturer in his 60s or 50s, she is a 22-year-old woman who made a choice to go to that hotel and spread her legs for a married man. She made the choice. So now we want to protect her. It's not as if they tied her like a goat and dragged her there. Because the two possibilities there are, she's sleeping with him to enhance her grades, sex for grades. The other possibility here is she is in a relationship with him, because they said the man has relationship with female students, he dates them. So if this is a genuine relationship, an adult decision was made on her part. If this is sex for grade, a more adult decision was made on her part. So there is no scenario here where she is a victim. She is not a victim. She is not the victim. So to see people trying to protect her, I don't get. What message are we passing? She was involved in this. I'm not saying she killed him. She did not. Maybe, clearly, the man did whatever he did to himself. But at the same time, she is a willing participant in this situation. And she is an adult. So why are we protecting her? Adding to the fact that an innocent girl's picture is circulating for this same incident and she knows nothing about it. So why are people fighting for this girl to be protected when she made a choice and now she doesn't want to deal with the consequences? Young lady, if you can watch this video, the consequences of a senior lecturer dying on your cart is that your images will be everywhere on the internet and you will deal with it. I know you will probably come out of it. There will be no charges on you. You go back to your normal life. But this is what happens when you make such choices. It follows you. You just got to learn to live with it, learn from it, grow from it, and do better. Because if you look at it, she's just in 200 level and she's already sleeping with a lecturer to up her grades. Whether it's a relationship, it's to up her grades. Because I don't know, I don't see her, what exactly was she trying to marry him? He's a married man with family. So what's her aim if she's dating him? So regardless of the purpose of them hooking up in a hotel, it boils down to her doing well in her papers and her exams, which, by the way, is exam period. This July is exam period. Some schools are done with their exams. Students are coming back home for the summer holiday. So it's exam period. So the timing is perfect for such hookup, for such meet up. So I believe for a fact that this could be sex for grades. And when you look at it, because the point I was trying to make is she's just in 200 level and she's already sleeping with a lecturer to upper grades. By the time she gets to 400 level, she's in social science education department, a very easy department, but yet she's still sleeping with lecturers for grades, which shows you that if you let her go, if you protect her, by the time she's in 400 level, by the time she's in her final year, she would have slept with half the school, should have slept with the vice chancellor, should have probably slept with every course rep in her department. Because I don't understand why at that 200 level, which if you look at this, she probably started in 100 level. So let's not act like this is not a choice she made. She had the option of actually failing and resitting the course. She also had the option of reading and, writing an exams and passing. She had the options of basically being a normal student, but she made the choice to open her legs for a married man, for a lecturer. And now that has led to an unfortunate incident like this, and you guys want to protect her? She's not a victim. She does not need protection. I mean, she probably had it during the intercourse. Hopefully she had protection then. But that is as far as our protection can go. A condom. Other than that, we are not here to protect our image, our picture. She looks pretty, so let's put it there. Let's everybody see the girl whose cat killed a lecturer. That way, we know who to avoid next. That way, I know that, okay, I'm not gonna go here because them cats be killing lecturers and killing men. So that aside, I'm not. But that's a joke. I'm not saying that, we should avoid. I'm not saying that cats killed the man. But, I mean, a cat could have killed the man. Basically, he died in the cat. The point I'm trying to make is she's an adult. She made a choice. She wasn't forced. She had an option. And she chose this path. And when it does not go well, it leads to the death of a man that comes out in public, it's best we know who we are talking about. Most especially when an innocent girl's image is taking the fall for what her cat did. Let every cat take responsibility for their actions. I don't see anything stressing here. I know she's going to come out. She's going to go back to her life. I don't know if this would mean she'll get expelled from the school, but that could happen. She may face some disciplinary challenges in the school. And I think that would happen. The man has nothing to lose at this point. He has lost all he has, his life. So we can blame him all he wants, but he most likely died doing what he loved doing the most. So at the same time, young girls will learn. Let's know that the purpose of this is to let other young girls learn. If you're a student in your school thinking of sleeping with that elderly lecturer who is in his 70s, who is one orgasm away from the grave, think twice, because you might be the next Gloria Samuel. You might be the next one on the news. You might be the next one we will be talking about. So before you think of riding that lecturer to his early or mid or late grave, think twice, because nobody's going to protect your picture when it comes out. So these are things you got to think about. A young girl somewhere is thinking about upping her grades now and thinking about probably doing something with the professor who is in his 90s. Please let that man rest. Resit your class. Go back and fail the course and come back next semester. You'll be good. Read and you might just get a little bit of C. You mustn't get an A. Which is funny because at the end of all these things that they do with lecturer, they don't get an A. It's like a D or an E or a C, just so that they don't repeat the course. Was it worth it? Maybe for the girl it wasn't worth it because now she's still gonna fail the course. For the man, again, he died doing what he loved, and he's not even here to deal with the shame.